Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a Scratch tutorial, and right now we are going to start from scratch. No pun intended. So we are going to name this project Scratch Tutorial Motion. And so there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 classes of blocks, and there are three editing zones. So what we are going to do first is, you see this down here, we're going to create a sprite. So right now we're just going to do a simple one. I normally will paint a sprite because I don't like to use the library. It will generally cause the what is the word I'm thinking of? The quality of your project to go down. But anyways, if you like this video at the end, make sure to slap that like button and subscribe now and hit the bell for more videos on how to help you become a better scratcher, and make sure to follow me. I am 11JIP, but I'm Jimmy. Unfortunately, Timmy could not join us today. So we're just going to pick a silly one. We are going to go with, where's that squirrel? Where'd it go? Where did the squirrel go? Silly squirrel. Alright, you know what? Oh, there it is. I see it. Squirrel. So you see this buddy right here? So we're not going to do any of those silly ones. So I'll get into all of these events later, but the most important one is when flag clicked, because that is the starting of almost every single project. That is the basis of your project, is when the flag is clicked, you do these commands. And so one common mistake that I did as a beginner was I thought it would take actual steps. So like it would go 1, 2, 3. What steps actually means how far it basically teleports. And you see you can change the direction it faces right here. You can also do left, right. We'll get into all of that later, but for now we're just going to do, I would prefer if you do left, right. So we'll do this, and so the default is point in direction 90, which is right. So there are 4 directions. You have right, which is 90 degrees. You have left, which is -90. Down, which is 180, and 0, which is up. So right now we're going to do 90 because that is the default. And so when the flag is clicked, he will move. Now, we are going to figure out how to turn them. So actually what we're going to do is we are going to do all around, okay? And this will allow your creature to go upside down. Yeah. So let's try this. Click the flag. And there is a glitch. And so you know why it won't stop, why it won't keep turning around? Because we have this at the beginning. It makes it point right and then turn like this. So what we are going to do is we are going to learn about turning. So if you want your thing to turn multiple times, then and make it look like it's turning, then you want to add multiple of these. And yeah, so what we're going to do is that, and we're going to get into the controls, which makes it easier. You can repeat and stuff, but this is just the motion section right now. See, it doesn't look like it works without the wait command, so we're just going to do that, and we're going to make this 0, and if you just simply putting 0 can make it look like it's actually having movement. It's a very cool thing that you learn whenever you do these projects over and over again. So, see? And he moves, and he keeps doing that. So, what we are going to do next is we are going to look at the go-to. Okay? So what we're going to do is go to 0 and 0, which will make it go to the middle. Okay? Now, a common mistake I did was I would be editing this, and I would move this away from the middle, and I will show you what happens when you do that. I need to convert it to vector, and so I can select it better, and so I moved it away from the middle. So this new update made it really glitchy. Convert back to bitmap. Yeah, just a really glitchy update. So Mr. Squirrel has left the building, but what will happen is whenever you move it, so like let's paint a big dot, okay? Okay, so what happens is when you move it, it will move over here, right? And so we'll go, whenever it goes to 0, 0, the middle will go to 0, 0, but the dot is not in the middle, it is somewhere else. So it will mess up, see? And so now it's not working the way it's supposed to. So what you want to do is fix that, and I'm just going to trash this sprite, and we're going to start over with another one. And I'm just going to get my brush. So what we are going to do is going to just get 100 and put that in the middle, and so we're going to set it up. So we're going to get everything ready. This is the thing. So go to 0, 0, right? And then we point in direction 90, right? Now, here is a cool thing. Go to random position. What was annoying back in 2.0 was they didn't have this. So you would have to go to operations, controls, all kinds of stuff, and it was just motion. It was just annoying. But now you can go to random position. And so we are going to put the wait 1 second. Alright, and then it will go to random position after 1 second. See? So it should always do that. Now, we are going to delete this, and we're going to do the glide. So you can make it glide over here. So now after so now it will always glide from 0, 0 to -40, -130. And we'll get into what that is later in the operators section probably. So then you also have glide to random position. And this is very helpful because you'd have to go to operations just like go to random position you'd have to used to do. So this is basically like taking steps, right? Except for you don't have to change the direction to change where the steps are going. So the X is side to side. So I guess I am getting into this. So when you're at 0, side to side, okay. So look, when you're at 0, side to side, X is horizontal and Y is vertical. So if you're vertically like 40, then you'll my estimate would be your middle is going to go right here. And if you have your X 20, then it's going to go here. So negatives make you go down and left. So we are going to mess with this. We're going to change x by 10, and then we're going to change y by 10. Alright, now what happens if we do negative 10? See, it goes down because it's going the opposite amount. See, so now it's back at 0, 0. So let's do this. You're going to mess with this a bit. And so look, watch. And you know why it stayed in the same position? Because the commands run so fast that you can't even see what's happening. So it actually did move, but you could not see it because the commands run so fast. So that is why in animating, whenever we do that, we usually use this, but we'll get to that later. After I go through all of these classes, then I will teach you how to create a game and then an animation. And so, this is, so, and then set y2 is much like go to, but set x and y is much like go to here, except for it's like breaking off the y if you're doing set x to. So let's say we want to make it go to a certain position of x, so like 19, but we don't want it to go to y0. So we don't know where we just want it to be this y exactly. So what we want to do is we just want to set x to this. Alright, so now if we go over here, then we want y to be just right exactly like this, up and down, and we just see. That's how this works. And now we have the x position, y position, and direction. We'll get to that whenever we do operators and variables. And operators and variables are probably the most important part, because they can do the most for you. They're the most complicated, but they do the most for you. Also, you have to set the rotation style. So you can set the rotation style here from left and right and not rotating at all. But you can also do it in the middle of a project. So if you want it to flip but then turn around and stuff, then you can go to all around at the beginning, and then go to add another block that says left and right, and you want to make it go left and right. Okay, and we'll get into all of that. And then we have if on edge bounce. So like I'm going to set up a silly little thing. So we're going to use this forever, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to move. So we are going to move 10 steps, right? We're just going to repeat that forever, and this will show up how to do it. So because this command is running over so many times, we can actually see what's happening. So we are going to use this if on edge bounce, and that's the only if statement you will use without sensing operators, variables, or controls. That is the only if statement you can use, and those are very vital for you making an animation, especially a game, because that's how you do all the controls. So watch. The bounce basically makes you turn 180 degrees. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this lesson on Scratch. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you, and if it did, please subscribe and hit that like button and turn on the notification bell so you can see more of my videos. That will help you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.